I've been surviving on an island in the deep sea for 3 years. We started with absolutely nothing and turned it into an island with several small gardens and prickly pear plants that create us money. But today, it's time to kick things up a notch. We are going to be creating a field on the island, expanding it, as well as buying several new pieces of equipment. I'm Hugz, and this is the Deep Sea Survival Challenge. Welcome back, everybody. So there is a lot to do this episode. We have several pieces of equipment, new stuff that we gotta buy. But it's like a starter operation though, right? We don't have tons of money to work with here, so we have to be very, very careful in what we buy, because if we want to expand this island at all, that is super, super pricey. So what do we have right now? We have a couple prickly pears that we can sell. I do believe we have to wait a little bit to sell those, though. This might not be the best season to sell them. We also have our small potato garden right here. We've got a raspberry garden right there. And this is kind of the star of the show right now. We have peas. Yes, we have peas running. It's using seeds and solid fertilizer, and it's spitting out a ton of peas, making us lots and lots of money. But right now, it's absolutely empty. We need to kind of remedy that. So what I'm going to do real quick is let's just grab these prickly pears and let's move them off here. We do need to think about getting someplace to store all this stuff at some point today as well. I kind of hate having things just scattered all around. So there's our 5 crates of prickly pear. And actually, I think I am going to sell these right now. We're not too far off of the like best price you can get. So let's just get them in here, and that'll give us a little bit of extra money to start working on some other things that we're going to need to get. All right, there's the last crate. That put us up to $64,094 bucks. Very, very nice. So we need to start thinking about an actual field here. And to do that, obviously, we're going to need lots and lots of farming equipment. So let's kind of get a general sense of how much money we're going to need here. Obviously, one of the tools we're going to need is a harvester, and generally they are not super cheap, but there is an option available for us here, the Massey Ferguson MF310, which is a nice little starter harvester, and it comes in at a whopping $10,500. That's not bad. We can definitely work with that, and it'll be a good way to like dip our feet into the pond of farming. So that's our first step right there. Then we've also got the header, of course, which is $2,800. We're also going to need a planter to put some seeds in the ground. And that's where this guy is going to come in, the Falcon 3 Plus, for $19,000. Of course, we can't exactly plant anything, though, if we don't have a field, and a cultivated field at that. So we are going to need to pick up ourselves a plow as well, one of these guys right here, which are all relatively cheap. And then in terms of a cultivator, we will need one of these as well, probably this 3M right here. I'm kind of digging this one. So just on the equipment side of things, we're going to need about $42,000 to $43,000 just to buy the equipment. That is not taking into consideration that it's going to cost a ton of money to actually buy the land. We do need to raise up the island and get things going over there as well. There is also the additional cost of, obviously, seeds. We're going to need fertilizer, all that good stuff. So let's start out here by just expanding the island as much as we can. I want to put our field over on this side, and I would really like it to be about the size of just about everything here, maybe with some additional, like a girth, let's say girth, and I want it to be right up here. So we'll make this like a little bit of an access road into that area, and I think that'll work pretty good. So let's go ahead. Let's get our leveling tool out. This is going to be painful right here. I already know, but we got to do it. So let's just start making some land, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It's sad we're out of money. Oh, wow. What have we created? What have I made here? Okay. So we're going to need probably like $100,000, I think. That's a fair estimate to get all this land really in the shape that we want. So really all we can do now is make sure all of our gardens and everything are topped up. They're in top producing efficiency mode, and we got to sell. So yeah, let's do a little bit of hibernating. Let's get everything topped up here. Let's go. I suppose the first thing I'll do is I'll just make sure everything is nice and watered. I think in terms of seeds and whatnot, we're actually in a pretty good spot. So water is the main concern right now. I'm going to go through and we're going to fill everything up. I probably should maybe get a bigger water barrel at some point too, so I don't constantly have to fill this thing up, and it'll make this watering process a little bit quicker. Not a ton quicker because it's already a pretty quick process, but every little bit counts, you know what I mean? All right, there we go. Everything is watered. That should be pretty good. So I think now it is time for us to lay our heads down, hibernate for a couple months, and I will see you guys again when it is time to sell some stuff.
One eternity later.
Okay, welcome back everybody. It is now April and I've hit a little bit of a roadblock. So our production costs, yes, put us into the negative. Not really optimal, obviously. And because we're in the negative, I actually can't fill my water tank over here. It just won't let me do it. So very unfortunate there, and it means we have to sell some stuff. So the stuff we are going to sell right now is going to be the raspberries, because they are very, like, they hold their price all year round, whereas everything else, not so much. So I got to load these bad boys up. We've got, how many pallets here? 7 pallets that we have to load up. That's not a ton, but it's what we got. So we're going to have to make do. It'll at least get us like above water to where I could start watering things, literally watering things again. Otherwise, I literally cannot do anything, and a bunch of our productions are going to shut down. So I'm going to get these loaded up real quick, and then we'll make a sale of raspberries. All right, we're all loaded up. I've got 2 pallets on the front, on the forks, and I've got the rest in our trailer here. A little bit squirrely because of the pallets on the front. They're kind of wanting to lift me up a little bit, so let's get these offloaded here real quick. Oh, man, it's actually easier because I do have some on the trailer, so they're going as well. And there's our first batch, and batch number 2. Beautiful. Let's see, can I maneuver this in a way where I am not going to end up in the ocean? Yes, let's go, baby. Last one. In you go. There we go. All right, we're back up to $23,481 bucks. Not a tremendous amount, but it should be enough to let us start watering again. Let me check this here. I hope I can, and it wasn't some other reason that I couldn't do it. Let me just back up and connect. Beautiful. Oh, and we're back in action, baby. All right, I'm going to water everything one more time. We're going to sleep a little bit more, and then we should be good to go.
2,000 years later.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Many months have passed, and we've got a lot of stuff going on here. I've been a busy beaver. Lots of watering, lots of moving stuff around to make sure our productions weren't completely full. So we've made a ton of prickly pears, absolute ton. Same thing goes with the potatoes. Man, the potatoes, absolutely insane how much they produce, and we're not even using the best recipe. We're using like the base level recipe that only uses water. Pretty crazy. But let's look over here. How's the peas doing? Can I get a good view? Oh, baby, we got 43,462 liters of peas just sitting in there. This is going to be awesome. What about our potatoes? Let me take a look over here. 18,752 liters of potatoes. Absolute madness. But I have to sell everything here because we are going to need every ounce of money if we're going to completely expand our island, buy all the equipment we need. Plus, I would also like to get like some support buildings too, so I could start storing some things and whatnot. Yeah, that would be absolutely great. So what I got to do is swap this guy out. You know what? We'll leave this guy right here. I need ye olde trailer, and I got to start making runs, man. We got to sell everything. It's going to take me a while. Oh, it's going to be a lot of loading. Well, mainly, actually, it's not, because the raspberries are the only thing that we have to kind of like manually load. So the rest we can just do by hand. I'll chuck it on the trailer, and we'll make a bunch of trips and sell everything. Let's go.
Meanwhile.
Oh boy. This is crazy, guys. Woo, I put one too many peas on this trailer. We still got to sell them. Let's go. All right, guys. It's been going good, but let me tell you something. This little trailer, I feel like it may be time to replace this thing. I'm going to do one more sale here, and then we're going to look and see if we can get something bigger, because I'm overloading this thing too much, and I feel like my trips could be much better if I have a bigger one. So I'm going to do one last trip here with the peas, and then we're gonna get ourselves something new. All right, here we go. Last little bit of peas coming out. There we go. And perfect. Now, I'm actually thinking here, a lot of these like vegetables and fruits and whatnot, I think we may actually be able to load these into a regular like tipper trailer, which may be a lot better for us depending on what we can find. So I'm going to peruse the shop for a couple minutes here. We're going to get ourselves a tipper. We're going to try it, see if it works. Hopefully, I'll make sure it's not something super expensive just in case it doesn't work. You know what I mean? But we will need it for the field eventually anyway. So may as well get it now.
2 hours later.
All right, after a little bit of debate, here's our new trailer. Say hello to a Bratner. Yes, it holds a pretty decent amount. So what I want to try now is I want to go over next to these peas and I want to see, does it give me the option just to load? Oh, this is so big. Get in here, peas. Get in here. Oh man, this is going to be a lot better. Okay, this is all I got to do now is sit here and fill up on peas. Let's go, man. All right, here's all of our peas loaded up. Not a very big area for us to get this trailer into. I think I may have to back it in here just to make it a little bit easier. And you know what I'll also do is I'll block the axle once it's straight. So that should make it a lot easier for us to back up as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay, into the cell area we go. We're going to take our first big dump on this deep sea island. Let's go, peas. Get out of here. Are you not dumping? There we go. Now we're dumping. Oh, I can't wait to see how much money we make. This is going to be so much easier than loading up trailer loads. Oh, look at the money go. I love it so much. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 47,000 in one load. Now, I wonder, can I do this with the raspberries and the potatoes as well? Oh, I might be able to. Let me see. Raspberry. No, I can't do it with the raspberries. I'm going to try the potatoes, but I feel like it's not going to let me do it with the potatoes either. And man, that would be so, whoa, yes, I can. Oh, that's so awesome. I could do it with man, the raspberries are so difficult. They're the only ones that don't let you do this sort of thing. Very annoying. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and load up a whole batch load of potatoes here. We'll make our next big sale. All right, guys, last sale. Oh boy. All right, all our prickly pear is gone. Basically everything but the raspberries, mainly because I just don't want to deal with the raspberries right now. And we have $213,000. So I don't think we necessarily need to sell the raspberries right now. But I'll tell you what, I am thinking long and hard about just completely ditching the raspberries entirely. Because out of all these productions, all these gardens, the raspberries is the one that is just like a huge pain in the butt. So yeah, that's definitely on my mind. But we should now have enough money to go ahead and expand our island some more. So let's pop in here. Let's once again into the breach. Here we go. And we're, oh, I need to, that was a big mistake right there. All right, let's start and let's just get this thing going. Oh boy, how much money have we spent already? A lot. That's how much we've spent already. I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So we're going to go up and let's go this way. All right. How's that looking so far? I feel like we need more room around the perimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and expand it out this way. And we're just going to go all along the side. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Fast. Oh, 32,000. That's okay. 29,000.
Daddy, chill.
Oh, man, that's not optimal. That's not optimal at all. We still have to get grass on this thing too. You know, let me go in here. Since we're doing this right now, let's just get some grass laid down on here. So that way I can actually drive on it. Because if I don't put grass down, everything is just terrible and I can't drive. And I hate doing that. So grass it up we go. And we'll see how much money we have afterwards. We may have to go and... Geez, as much as I hate to say it, we're probably going to have to sell some raspberries if we're going to afford all of the equipment here. All right, there we go. We're all grassed up. I even did a little bit of smoothing right here just because it looked really weird. But we have $23,000 and $23,017, I should say, in our pockets. And that ain't going to cut it in terms of buying our machines. So we have no choice, really. Where am I? Turned around. We need to sell these raspberries. Oh, man. I was hoping I wouldn't have to load these up again, but it looks like we are going to have to load them up. Oh, hang on. We got a pallet of peas here. Oh, baby. Let me just run this over. I don't remember how much the peas were individually, but I'm desperate right now. I need every little dollar I can get, and in you go. All right, 3,300 bucks. I'll take it. Time to start loading up some raspberries. Let's do this. All right, all our raspberries loaded up, sold. 46,895. That may be just barely what we need. I think we were sitting at around 42,000 when I tallied everything up. So, okay, we may be pretty much right there. I'm going to go into the store. I'm going to start buying some stuff. Let's see what we can get. So I'm going to buy things right now in order of basically when we would use them. So we'll get our plow first. Nothing crazy here. A nice 1.4 meter plow. That is so tiny. So tiny, and it takes 130 horsepower. Hang on, can I even handle that before I go ahead and buy this thing? 130? What are we? We're at 79. Oh no. Okay, we may have to get a new tractor too. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just buy the plow, and we'll try it with this tractor, see if it will work. Anything lower? Ooh, this guy right here, 80 horsepower. All right, you know what? We're going with this one. We're only 1 horsepower shy of being able to run this one. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. All right, plow, check. And look at this. I'm starting to sense a recurring theme. 100 horsepower on this guy right here. What about these? Only 55 for this one. Jeez, this one's a lot smaller than I wanted to get though. 2.4 meters this will do. You know what? Until we get ourselves a bigger tractor, we're gonna have to be flexible. We're gonna have to just get this guy right here. And, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's get this guy. We've got our cultivator now. Check. Next up is going to be a planter. I'm scared to even check. How much horsepower is the planter going to need? 130. Oh, man. This one's 95 right here. What are the chances I can run this one? We're going to have to try it. Yeah, we're going to have to try it. And I'd rather get the one that is 95 than the one that's 130. So let's get this guy right here. We'll buy this. Oh man, it's just getting worse and worse as we go. Last thing we got to get is going to be our harvester right here. This one, at least I don't have to worry about it all. I may even be able to get an extension on it. Let me see. So because of the money we saved on the other things, we can go ahead and actually get a bigger grain tank on this, which will help out in the long run. So I don't mind doing it. Let me see, does it change? Oh yeah, it does change visually. Look at that. We got a nice little extension going right there. Okay, I will take that. Thank you very much. 13,800. That is probably the coolest piece of machinery we're going to own right now. Look how it's all analog too. Got levers and things going on here. Probably some like gauges there or something. I don't know. We'll check it out afterwards. But last piece of the pie right here is going to be our header. Let's go, baby. 2,800 bucks, a whopping 4 meters. This is craziness. All right, that leaves us $8,855 to basically buy seeds and put down whatever we need to put down. Let's check and see. I think we're going to do soybeans, so I got to check and see what month we need to drop those in the ground. So we have basically until April. That's when we need to sow our soybeans, and then we can go ahead and harvest them in October or November. Either month will do. But that is actually, I like that a lot because it's going to let us put our soybeans in the ground in April. And then when November comes around, we can do another sale from our gardens. And that will get us some money to basically, I don't know, change anything we need to change, get some buildings maybe, maybe a new tractor. A new tractor would probably be great. Something with a little more power. So those are all things I got to look at. But for now, we have everything we need. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and water everything, make sure we're good to go there. And one more change. Hang on. How much can we get here? Let me see something. Raspberries. I hate these things so much. All right. 2,700 bucks for that. If we want to put down a big garden, how much is that? $9,000 for the big garden. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I'm kind of feeling that, guys. Yep. You know what? This guy's going. Say goodbye to the raspberry garden. No more raspberries in my life. Adios. We're going to put down one of these guys instead. Can I fit it there? Just barely. Just barely. We're going to plop this guy down right next to its friend over here. And there we go. Oh, boy. We only have $2,622. So that means, where am I? Here I go. That means that we're only going to be able to run like the simplest of recipes on this. We're not going to be able to plant anything crazy and use seeds and solid fertilizer unless we have to. Do we have to? Yikes, we may have to. No, we don't. Okay, good. We can just do something with water. So I'm going to pick out what I want to grow in here. I'm not sure yet.
Tomorrow.
So, you know what? Since we're growing peas in our other garden, what goes great with peas? Yeah, carrots. Carrots goes pretty good with peas. So let's go ahead and upgrade or activate that, I should say. And we got to get this bad boy filled up. It's got a lot of water needs. 60,000, jeez Louise, 60,000 liters of water. That's absolutely crazy. I'm going to need to install another water pump over here too, because that one's going to be too far away. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to get this filled up, and then I guess we're going to make a field. We're going to make a nice field over here. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. First things first, though, one water pump, please. And thank you. Okay, time to start filling some stuff up here. Let's go. On the plus side, though, that means that our front end loader can pretty much just get parked. We aren't going to need this thing anytime soon because all of our stuff is... Wait, what? Can't... In that state? I can't? How about this state? Oh, no. Yeah, that basically means that everything is, yeah, it's good. Come on, man. Why won't you come off? What the heck is going on here? All right, I guess we're keeping the, this tool on. All right, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, like I was saying, everything else is easy. We could do it by hand. Raspberries, so glad they're gone. But, yep, time to fill.
One eternity later.
Okay, oh man, yes, carrots are thirsty. Finally watered. 60,000 liters later, 2,000 liters at a time. That was crazy. Oh, but we're done and we can start on our field. So let me pull over here. Let's get our water barrel out of the way. And man, it's getting a little crowded on the island, isn't it? Sure is. Can I put this freaking thing down yet? Now I can. Okay, why couldn't I put it down over there? I have no idea. Very, oh, and we're getting stuck. Okay. Hold, please. Hold, please. Let me get you in a better position here. Sorry, I apologize for offending you, and we're off. Okay, that's going to be interesting when I have to put that on again, but we're free. So, oh, our plow's all the way over there. Okay, I may have to maneuver some things around here to get attached. Oh, excuse me, coming through, harvester. Or can I? Actually, you know what? I could squeeze in here, just like that. Man, I'm like a bull in a china shop right now. Let me just hook on here. Very good. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure the plow we bought, it was like 1 horsepower under. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I have field creation on. How far do I want to go to the edges here? Jeez. I guess I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to go around. So, let me see. Let me just make sure I got everything properly set up here. All right, I think we're ready to go. So let me get a little bit of a view here. And man, sun is setting. Let me get some lights on as well. We're probably going to need those soon. All right, here we go. Time to make a field. All right, guys, this should be the last little bit of this field here. Oh boy, that is crazy. That was brutal. It's way dark out. I worked way into the night to get this finished. And I think that there's like even spots here that I still am gonna have to go over, but it's so hard to see just because it's pitch black. And this tractor, let me tell you something. This tractor is not built for plowing, ladies and gentlemen. The tiny front tires, they just don't really work in this terrain very well. And I would not recommend doing this. If you're thinking of doing it, just don't do it. Just take my advice. Don't do it for whatever that's worth. But I need to go to sleep here. I'm just trying to clear up this little row right here. I know this is messed up. This is like the one I can see, and I see a couple to the right. Oh man, should I just buckle down and finish? All right, I'm gonna buckle down and finish this, and then we're gonna go to bed. And we'll take a look at the field when it's nice and bright in the morning.
Tomorrow.
Oh, all right. It's bored to get last. I thought the night was never going to end. It was just going to go on and on and on. But let's take a look at our handiwork here. See how we did. Yeah, we've got a field. Look at this. Farmland number 1. All right, let me go into this view just so we can get like a better angle here. All right, shape. Check. It's looking good. Uh-oh. I missed a spot. I got to go over that spot. But I think my second pass last night pretty much got all the other places. And man, I'm very worried, guys. I'm very, very worried about something. I do not think our current tractor will be able to cultivate this field. I don't see how that's going to happen. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. And that's what she's... No. Can't... I'm being serious. I can't do it right now.
No time. But she did. No time.
Oh, put this down. Let's just try it real quick. I'm like... I feel like it's never going to work. I'm having so much trouble even just driving across the field. How in the world am I going to get a cultivator on this thing? It's going to be nearly impossible, and especially when I knock it over. Come on, man. All right, let's just attach here. Hook it up. I want to take it on there, and can I? Okay, good. I can't create fields with this. I was about to just like lose it if I could create fields with this thing. All right, we're on. Let me see here. Let's lower this thing. And all right. Oh, it's actually much, much better. Okay. All right. That's not going to be nearly as bad as I thought it would be, but clearly we're still getting stuck a little bit too, which is not optimal, and we're going super slow. Okay. I got quite a bit of work ahead of me. Do I want to even cultivate this field right now? I don't have to cultivate this right now, which is the thing. We can absolutely wait for at least a couple months and maybe see if we could hold out for a bigger tractor. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Let me pick this thing up. It would be great if I could have something that wasn't doing this. Just bouncing around. Oh, endlessly. This is insane. Something with a little more weight in the front end, I think, too, would be great. All right, let me drive this back over here. I'm going to park this thing up. We're going to wait a couple months. We'll sell everything we have, even though it's not optimal time. Oh man, I kind of have to sell it when it's optimal time, though. If I'm going to really get like any good money, you know what? I may just have to buckle up and cultivate this thing. Let me look at some dates here, see when we can sell things, and then I'll kind of like make a decision here. All right, guys, here's the deal. I checked out some tractors, and the one I want is actually not too expensive, and I'm pretty sure it'll do the job. It's around $53,000, which we can definitely get to. So we're gonna chill out for a couple months. I'm going to let these plots produce, do their thing, and then when we come back, we're gonna have another sale. Yep, we got to do it, and we're gonna get ourselves a new tractor. Let's go, baby.
2,000 years later.
All right, good morning. It is a nice, beautiful March, and I do believe we have enough of everything to sell and afford our new tractor. So we're gonna get to hauling. Let me just drop this right here. No, that's a terrible spot to drop that. Actually, we gotta sell some prickly pear too. You know what? I'll move this guy right over here. Sure, this should be fine. We're gonna hook up to our trailer. First thing we're gonna load up is some peas and carrots. We're gonna get those sold first. Then we'll move on to the prickly pears and the potatoes. And then hopefully, after everything is sold, we should have at least $54,000-ish dollars. At least that's the plan. Let's see if it works out that way. All right, guys. That was 2 sales. I did 1 load of carrots, 1 load of peas, and I think that is all we need. We got $58,757 bucks in the bank. Let's go ahead and just turn this guy off right here. And this is the tractor I'm looking at right here. Oh, wait, no. It's this tractor. Let's get off this. Oh, boy, we have barely enough. Wow, that is incredible. But look, the front wheels... much more robust on this guy. I think it'll be able to handle the field. Plus, it's a medium tractor, so it's much, much bigger. Anything else I can get rid of here to save a little money? No, it's not looking like it, but at least I can go ahead and add the 3-point attachment back on the front when I am ready for that. But right now, all we need is the back end, the business end, to be on the rear. Oh boy. Okay, hop out. Wow, it's right next to this one. Okay, let me go over here. Let me just drive this guy on the field for a second and kind of get a feel for things. Ooh, it's quick. It's quick. It's got some good pickup. And, oh, it goes right over the field like nobody's business. Oh, man, this feels great. I could ride on this all day. Wow, I could probably plow this field all over again if I wanted to. Absolutely amazing. Ooh, hang on. Maybe I spoke too soon? No, you know what? It's still way better than it was. Okay, I'm very, very happy with that. You know what? I will absolutely take it. This is definitely the machine that we needed if we were going to cultivate and plant that anyway. So, man, that feels so much better to have a nice big tractor instead of our little blue guy. And don't get me wrong, the little blue guy, he did a great job for us. But if you think back, man, we went from having none of this stuff this morning or however long ago to having this big, beautiful field on our island. We've got another garden plot down making carrots for us, which is actually really good money, though I may switch it over to peas. I don't know. Peas are kind of where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Peas are incredible. And of course, we've got our potatoes and our little prickly pears over there doing their prickly things. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want the farm to continue growing, you want our deep sea island to keep advancing, then you have to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, drop a like on this video too while you're at it. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a beautiful day out there, and I will see each and every one of you on the next one.